To hike or not to hike, this week's interest rates decision has been dubbed a tug of war as the Reserve Bank deals with conflicting demands. And it seems that even economists differ from one another as to the actual outcome.
The 50 basis points they've done in January should be sufficient enough to give them room to say, we've done some bit, we will sound hawkish, but there's no need to move on Thursday.
Well, we believe they're going to hike interest rates by 25 basis points this time, so less than the 50 basis point hike we saw in January. And it is going to be a close call, and I think the consensus is showing this.
The rise in the price of goods and services is still expected to breach government ceiling of 6% for some time, but this should now peak at a lower number. At the same time, the rand strengthened by around 5% since the last Monetary Policy Committee meeting.
So they will consider the currency depreciation, but on a balance of probability, the rand is grossly oversold. From this point, even if we get a downgrade mid-year or even towards the end of the year, it may blow out, but on a balance of probabilities, it should pull back to some fair value, maybe 14 to the US dollar.
With this in mind, CPI is the main focus of the Reserve Bank, but wage negotiations are expected to take place soon. Food price hikes will also be on the agenda, while electricity prices are still set to climb.
Inflation has the ability to hurt this economy more than a very gradual hiking cycle. And that is because your low-income households, where social instability is underway at the moment, where there is huge unemployment and very low prospects of creating jobs, inflation will hurt their incomes, whereas they're not very much exposed to interest rates.
A Reuters poll suggests that the country's lender of last resort may delay a hike in lending rates to May. The country faces stuttering economic growth with a quarter of the labor force out of work. Finance Minister Pravin Gordhan will hope the SARB's action will aid his mission to boost the local economy. Arabile Kumete, Johannesburg.